We have the latest next from the Middle East. There are fresh questions about whether the week-old ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah can hold. Tom Perry joins us now on this story from Jerusalem. So, Tom, Israel and Hezbollah, a lot of back and forth here, both when it comes to the airstrikes and the accusations. What are the two sides saying?
Well, the two sides are basically pointing fingers at each other and blaming or accusing each other of violating the ceasefire that was reached just last week. So overnight, last night, we saw this wave of Israeli airstrikes across southern Lebanon. Lebanese health officials say 9 people were killed in those strikes. Now, the IDF and Israel say that the reason for these strikes was because Hezbollah had yesterday lobbed 2 mortar shells toward an Israeli defense position in a disputed area along the border. Those shells landed in an open field, didn't cause any injuries, but Israel said that this was their response to that. Now, this was the first time that Hezbollah had actually fired at Israel since the ceasefire. It said it was doing that because it accuses Israel of violating the ceasefire deal. Israel rejects that. Israel's foreign minister, Gideon Sa'ar, was talking about that yesterday, and here's some of what he had to say.
We hear claims that Israel is violating the ceasefire understandings in Lebanon. On the contrary, Israel is enforcing them in response to Hezbollah's violations, which demand immediate action.
So that was Gideon Sa'ar, the Israeli foreign minister, rejecting any suggestion that it's Israel violating the ceasefire. I should say that it's not just Hezbollah that's accusing Israel of violating the ceasefire. Israeli media are reporting that France has accused Israel of 52 violations of the ceasefire deal. The Lebanese government accuses Israel of roughly that many breaks in the ceasefire as well. So it's not, this is a very, very contentious issue. Both sides really pointing fingers at each other. And there was a suggestion today, the Israeli defense minister was quoted today saying that if there is a breakdown, if this ceasefire does collapse, that Israel will blame Lebanon.
And Tom, we know hundreds of thousands of Lebanese and Israelis have been forced from their homes by this ongoing fighting. What do the threats to this ceasefire mean for them?
Well, we've seen these images of all these people streaming back into southern Lebanon, trying to go back to what's left of their homes. And so if the ceasefire breaks down, these people could come under renewed attack. In Israel, we haven't seen the same number of people going back to their homes along the northern border. I actually spoke to someone today who lives in one of those communities, and he says he's not ready to go back, in part because he's worried that this ceasefire deal might collapse. So for a lot of people, they're still in limbo. So the ceasefire is holding for now, but just.
Thanks very much for this. That's Tom Perry reporting from Jerusalem.